The founding fathers of the United States were visionaries. Their work laid the foundation for liberty, justice, and democracy. They put measures in place to prevent the rise of tyrants. In 2024, their concerns are more relevant than ever. Their insights guide us in preserving the nation's integrity. This video will connect the past with the present. Thomas Jefferson was a man of great intellect and foresight. He was wary of a government that could turn into an elective despotism. He famously said, "An elective despotism was not the government we fought for." These words underscore the importance of safeguarding our republic. In 2024, we see the risks Jefferson warned about. The concentration of power in the hands of a few can lead to despotism. Some leaders may be elected, but they can still act in ways that undermine society. This is what Jefferson was concerned about. Elective despotism can take many forms. It can be through executive orders that bypass the legislative process. It can be through the erosion of checks and balances. This is why Jefferson's warning is so vital today. We must be vigilant against any form of government overreach. Jefferson's words remind us that the fight for freedom is ongoing. It didn't end with the American Revolution. Every generation must stand guard against the rise of despotism. We must ensure that our leaders remain accountable to the people. Edmund Jennings Randolph was another founding father who issued important warnings. At the Virginia Ratifying Convention, he expressed his concerns. He said, "It is a maxim that no government can be trusted to its own virtue without other checks." Randolph's words are crucial. He emphasized the need for checks and balances. He knew that no government could be trusted entirely. This is because power tends to corrupt. His warning is a cornerstone of our constitutional republic. In 2024, Randolph's warning remains pertinent. We see the importance of checks and balances in our government. Without them, power could concentrate in dangerous ways. This is why it is crucial to maintain a system of oversight. Randolph's insight helps us understand the need for transparency and accountability. Every branch of government must scrutinize the others. This prevents any single entity from becoming too powerful. It ensures that our republic remains strong and resilient. Section 4. George Washington's Farewell Address on Foreign Influence. George Washington, in his farewell address, warned against foreign influence. He stated, "Against the insidious wiles of foreign influence, the jealousy of a free people ought to be constantly awake." Washington knew that foreign powers could corrupt the government. Today, Washington's warning is incredibly relevant. With the rise of global communication, foreign influence is a significant threat. We see this in attempts to interfere with elections and sway public opinion. Washington's insight was ahead of its time. Foreign influence can undermine the sovereignty of a nation. It can lead to decisions that are not in the best interest of the people. Washington's warning is a reminder to remain vigilant. We must protect our republic from external threats. Washington's farewell address is a call to action. It urges us to be aware of foreign influences. By doing so, we safeguard our nation's independence. We must ensure that our policies are made by and for the American people. Section 5. The Framers' Structures to guard against a corrupt president. The framers of the Constitution were wise. They created structures to guard against a corrupt federal government. They established a system of checks and balances. This ensures that no single branch of government becomes too powerful. In 2024, these structures are more crucial than ever. The presidency holds significant power. Without checks and balances, this power could be abused. The framers knew this and designed the Constitution to prevent it. The framers' foresight is evident in these structures. They understood human nature and the potential for corruption. Their work ensures that our government remains accountable. This is essential for maintaining the trust of the people. Section 6. Jefferson's Monticello, quote on suffrage and corruption. At Monticello, Thomas Jefferson spoke about suffrage and corruption. He said, "The suffrage of the people is the only legitimate foundation of any government. This underscores the importance of voting and fair elections." Jefferson knew that suffrage was vital for our constitutional republic. He also knew that corruption could undermine it. When people's votes are not respected, it erodes trust in the government. This is why he emphasized the need for fair and free elections. In 2024, this warning is very relevant. Issues like illegal immigrants voting and voter fraud undermine the will of the people. These practices undermine the legitimacy of elections. Jefferson's words remind us to protect the integrity of the voting process. Fair suffrage is the cornerstone of society. It ensures that the government reflects the will of the people. We must remain vigilant against any attempts to corrupt the electoral process. This is essential for maintaining a just and democratic society. Section 7. Current state and federal government issues. The warnings of the Founding Fathers are evident in today's society. At both state and federal levels, we see the risks they spoke about. Corruption, foreign influence, infringement of rights, and abuse of power are all present. In 2024, there are numerous examples. The concentration of power in the executive branch is a concern. Some leaders take actions that bypass the legislative process by using executive orders. This is a form of elective despotism that Jefferson warned about. Foreign influence is also a significant threat. We have seen attempts to interfere with elections. This undermines the sovereignty of the nation. Washington's warning about foreign influence is clearly relevant here. Financial corruption is another issue. The influence of banks and corporations on policy is troubling. Jefferson's concerns about the federal banking system are evident. We must address these issues to maintain the integrity of our government. Section 8. Conclusion. Call to action. The Founding Fathers' warnings are timeless. Their insights are as relevant today as they were in the 18th century. As patriotic Americans, it is our duty to heed their warnings. We must remain vigilant against corruption and abuse of power. The Second Amendment is the ultimate safeguard against tyranny. It ensures that the people retain the means to defend their freedoms. The founders were adamant that the citizens have the same firepower as the government as an ultimate check against government overreach and tyranny. It is a means of guarding against all threats, both foreign and domestic. These are the lessons the Founding Fathers taught us. In 2024, we face many challenges, but the wisdom of the Founding Fathers provides a roadmap. By following their guidance, we can uphold the values they cherished. We must never forget their warnings and always strive to preserve our republic. Let us honor their legacy by staying vigilant. Let us work together to ensure that our government remains just and fair. This is the best way to protect the future of our nation. Keep your head down and your powder dry.